Elvis Presley and his vehicles. Part 6. The first motorcycles. Elvis loved cars and motorcycles. His first set of wheels, however, was a bicycle. Vernon bought Elvis a new Shapley Special badged Columbia bike from Tupelo Hardware in 1946, when Elvis was 11. For Elvis, getting a bike meant freedom. Elvis loved his 1946 Columbia bike, and it followed him to Memphis, when the Presley family moved there in 1948. After a few years, Elvis customized the bike. He had it repainted, and at that time he removed the front and rear fenders as well as the front light. He wanted a tougher look. During the 50s, Elvis and his parents moved several of times and the bike kept following. In 1957, when Elvis finally purchased Graceland, the bike was in miserable shape and ended up being stored inside the smokehouse. There it sat for almost 63 years, before being found by an Elvis historian. EPE then had the bike restored, just in time for Elvis' 85th birthday celebration. It's now displayed in full grace inside the trophy building at Graceland. In mid-August of 1955, just a month after buying the famous pink 1955 Cadillac, Elvis was ready to get his first motorcycle. He went down to Memphis Harley-Davidson Company and found a 1956 Harley-Davidson ST-165. It was basically an entry-level motorcycle which he used to learn to ride. The 1956 Harley ST-165 carried a 165cc engine, producing 5.5 horsepower. 2,219 ST-165s were produced in 1956. It came in 4 colors: pepper red, champion yellow, atomic blue, and tangerine. It's not known what color Elvis' ST-165 had. By early 1956, Elvis had outgrown the Harley-Davidson ST-165, and was ready to move up to a bigger bike. The natural step up was the 1956 KH model, which was the midsize offering in the Harley-Davidson lineup. The KH was powered by the 883cc flathead engine, producing 38 horsepower. Top speed was 95 miles per hour. On January 14, 1956, Elvis drove down to Memphis Harley-Davidson Company and traded his ST-165 for a 1956 Harley KH. He paid $903 after trading his old bike, and financed the amount with a monthly payment of $47. Elvis selected the two-tone pepper red deluxe KH, with the optional windshield and buddy seat, so he could give pretty girls rides. Elvis was featured riding on the May 1956 cover of Harley-Davidson's The Enthusiast magazine. The magazine described him as the hottest singing style on wax. Elvis and his Harley at his house on Audubon Drive. In early 1956, Elvis also bought a Triumph Tiger Cub motorcycle, which he gave to his cousin Gene Smith, so they could ride together. Elvis, just 21 at the time, was still a relatively unknown regional artist when he purchased this motorcycle. These photos were shot on May 29, 1956 at Elvis' house at 1034 Audubon Drive. These photos were shot by famous photographer Alfred Wertheimer on 4th of July 1956, at Elvis' home. To the left we see a very famous photo of Elvis. Elvis is looking dramatic and deep in thought. In reality he was looking at the tank, since he just ran out of gas. To the right, Elvis at the gas station filling up. In September 1956, Nick Adams was visiting his friend Elvis in Memphis. They drove the Harley to the Memphis fairgrounds to have some fun. In November of 1956, Elvis purchased a new 1957 Harley-Davidson FLH. He then gifted the 1956 Harley KH Deluxe to his cousin Gene Smith. In this photo Gene is sitting on his Harley at Graceland 1957. After a few years, Gene sold the 1956 Harley to a riding buddy of his, Fleming Horn. He eventually sold the bike, along with complete documentation, to Harley-Davidson in 1995. It has been the centerpiece of the Harley-Davidson Museum's pop culture exhibit since that facility opened in 2008. Thanks for watching this video. More videos are coming soon.